Howdy, folks. Mangy Fetlocks here. A lot of you have heard Donald Trump's story about the old woman with 3 apples and how she got to the checkout, and because the apples were so expensive, she couldn't afford all three, so yeah, she had to bring one back to the refrigerator, which is not where stores keep apples. But he heard this story from somebody else, but it wasn't exactly like this, and Donald Trump was really surprised because he learned a new word, which was groceries. He had never heard that one before, but so I put the story together a little bit more the way it actually happened and put it to music for you. I passed by a grocery store the other day. That's a store where groceries is what they sell. Guess that's where some folks buy food when they're lazy or too rude to book dinner at a cafe or hotel. And I noticed through the window of that store, they sold food in cans and boxes and much more. They sold broccoli in bunches, there was pudding for kids' lunches, even fish like tuna, likely albacore. Down the aisle of the store, hunched and bent, an old woman came, her whole life nearly spent. Though as wrinkled as a prune, and likely dropping dead real soon, buying groceries appeared her sole intent. In her cart she had 3 apples, nothing more. And when I saw that, my heart with anguish tore. The inconsiderate old fart chose to utilize a cart when there clearly was a shortage in the store. She could have just used one of those little hand-held baskets. At the checkout, as the old woman approached, the reason for 3 apples only would be broached. But she pointed overhead, and in a frail voice she said, "Want some cigarettes? That's what I need the most. And a dozen scratch-off tickets, by the way. I won a fortune at the horse races today. And the apples are, of course, just to give my favorite horse. It is true that you can't win if you don't play." And now you know the rest of the story. Thanks for listening.